In the stillness of a collapsing empire, one man stands alone before the 8 gates. A sentinel not of faith, but of consequence. Damrada. The name once carried the weight of pride, the echo of loyalty, the glint of ambition, polished by service to the great Eastern Empire. But now, it sounds like a ghost. The Empire's banners burn in the distance, their victories turn to ash. And Damrada, one of the single digits, those who were supposed to be gods among men, finds himself whispering a question that feels heavier than the battlefield around him. Why did it turn out like this? That's where it begins. Not in the clash of blades, but in the silence between them. Because this story isn't about a man losing a fight. It's about a man realizing what he's been fighting for. He watches the sky tremble under the weight of divine power. The Empire's grand campaign, so meticulously planned, so certain of victory, has become a cruel joke. Yuki, the brilliant tactician he once admired, now dances like a puppet under Emperor Ludora's unseen hand. The same emperor who claims to rule by divine right, by the authority of Michael, Lord of Justice. And Damrada? He's become something worse than a slave. He's become obedient in body, but defiant in soul. Each breath he takes feels like betrayal. Each command he follows feels like sin. He's been loyal all his life, yet the more loyal he becomes, the more hollow it feels. Then it happens. The memory. The one that refuses to stay buried. He remembers when he first learned the truth about Ludora. The marshal's mask had slipped that day, and beneath it, Damrada had glimpsed something not human at all. Not divine either, something in between. A man who had died and returned, again and again, until his soul had begun to crack. If this goes on long enough, Ludora had said with that half-smile, I may wind up not being me any longer. And in that moment, Damrada had made a vow, a promise to end the Emperor's life, when the man he served was no longer the man he knew. That single promise became his chain. Every mission, every kill, every drop of blood spilled in the Empire's name, he did it to protect a dying soul wearing a god's crown. And now, as he waits before the gate, the burden of that promise presses against him like a blade to the throat. The air shifts, a hum rolls through the sky. It's not divine, it's worse. It's Rimuru Tempest, the demon lord who was supposed to be harmless, the one the Empire thought could be tamed, manipulated, erased. But the being who now descends through the fractured dimensional seal is no mere ruler. He's judgment given form. His golden eyes scan the battlefield, cold and emotionless. And in that instant, every soldier, every mage, every so-called warrior knows he's already decided their fate. That look says it all. You are already dead. I'll deal with you later. The world freezes. Even the wind seems afraid to move. Damrada feels his chest tighten, not from fear, but from understanding. This isn't war anymore. It's a reckoning. Rimuru's wrath isn't fueled by conquest. It's justice. Pure, unrelenting, inescapable. The kind born when compassion finally runs out. The monsters who once sought peace now stand as executioners of it. And then, through the shimmer of shattered magic, she arrives. A girl. Smiling, playful. But the energy radiating from her isn't mortal. It's primal. Ultima. One of the 7 primals. A demon whose laughter feels like poison and perfume at once. She lands with a casual grace, violet eyes glowing like a secret moon. Sir Rimuru gave me a bunch of power, she says, her voice lilting, almost musical. And now, I'm feeling really good. To anyone else, that might sound like mockery, but to Damrada, it's terror wrapped in innocence. Because what she's saying isn't that she's strong. It's that Rimuru has done what even Guy Crimson, the oldest and most terrifying of demon lords, could not. He's elevated the Primals. He's evolved the very essence of chaos. And Damrada, for all his human pride, realizes how small he's become in a world like this. Yet he doesn't run. He can't. Even if I must walk the hardest path, he murmurs, eyes sharpening with purpose, as long as I fulfill my goal, that is enough. Ultima tilts her head, smirking. Still up for this, huh? Of course, he replies without hesitation. I am one of my master's knights. The wind stills. The silence cracks, and then they move. The clash between them is like a dialogue written in violence. Every strike, every dodge, every glance is a line in a script neither of them can stop reading. Ultima, curious and calculating, studies him, not as prey, but as possibility. His aura is sharp, deliberate, human. No wild bursts of magic, no divine cheats, just raw, owned control. He's about equal with Hinata, huh? She murmurs to herself, a spark of respect flickering in her eyes. For the first time in a long while, Ultima feels something she doesn't recognize: challenge. Demons are creatures of instinct. Their magic flows like breathing, effortless and endless. But Damrada's movements defy that simplicity. He's not powerful because of what he was given. He's powerful because of what he earned. His every attack is a question, and Ultima, for once, wants to answer. She fights not to win, but to learn. In her mind, echoes of past battles flash by. Velgrind, the true dragons, Diablo's smug lectures about true mastery. She had scoffed at him once. Now, in the heat of battle, she understands. You can't truly acquire the power you've been given just by calling on it in a pinch. Those words resurface like prophecy, and something inside her responds. A whisper, calm, serene, terrifying. Allow me to help you give shape to that wish a little. It's Samael, the ultimate skill, the lord of deathly poison, born not from power, but from realization. She doesn't just receive it, she earns it. For the first time, her evolution mirrors a human's: desire, struggle, enlightenment. And Damrada, unaware of the divine transformation unfolding before him, continues to fight with the same discipline that has carried him through countless wars. His aura redirects her curses. His movements neutralize her magic. He moves like water, like breath, like inevitability. But with each exchange, Ultima grows. Her attacks become more refined, more thoughtful. Her eyes no longer gleam with malice. They gleam with purpose. So this kind of flow won't put you off balance? She teases. I bet this would work on Zegion as well. Damrada grits his teeth. She's not mocking him. She's experimenting on him, learning him, adapting. The battlefield trembles as their energies collide, light and shadow folding into each other. The 8 gates echo with the sound of creation and destruction intertwined. But even amidst the chaos, something sacred is happening. Two beings, one human, one demon, are evolving in each other's reflection. Damrada, driven by fading loyalty. Ultima, by awakening will. And yet, evolution is a cruel master. As the fight reaches its crescendo, the illusion of equality shatters. Ultima's growth becomes exponential, terrifying, unstoppable. Her wings split and multiply, 6 pairs unfolding like blades of divine chaos. They shift shape with every heartbeat, blades, spears, fists, all dancing to the rhythm of her will. Ha ha! Now I'm really starting to get it! She laughs, her voice ecstatic, wild. Damrada tries to keep up, but despair begins to creep through the cracks in his resolve. Every technique he masters, she mirrors. Every attack he perfects, she surpasses. Even perfection can't stand against something that learns infinitely. So he does what warriors always do when hope dies. He gambles. Letting one of her wings pierce his leg, Damrada drops to a knee, eyes locked on her. She smirks, thinking she's won. That's when he strikes. Holy smash fist! It's not just a punch. It's 2,000 years of mastery condensed into a single instant. His entire soul unleashed through his fist, a final act of defiance against inevitability. The shockwave splits the air, light devouring sound. For a heartbeat, even Ultima looks surprised. Then she vanishes. The body before him melts away, a decoy of living energy. Her real voice comes from behind him, soft, almost affectionate. Poison smash fist. Her hand slips through his chest like smoke. Purple light blooms. Samael's venom surges through him, devouring every cell, every spark of life. He collapses, smiling through the pain. As if you could copy me after just one look, but the power behind it was excellent. Call it Bloody Death Hand, perhaps. Even in death, he names her technique, crowning her the successor to his craft. And as his heartbeat fades, so does the burden he's carried. Memories pour back, Ludora's laughter, weary yet kind. The confession that each resurrection was stealing pieces of his soul. When I am no longer myself, Ludora had said, I want you to kill me by your own hand. That was never an order. It was a plea. And Damrada, the Empire's perfect soldier, had turned that plea into purpose. Now, lying in the ruins of a dream, he finally understands what that promise meant. It wasn't about duty. It was about mercy. His last breath feels light, peaceful, almost free. Above him, Ultima's violet wings shimmer with quiet power. She looks down, not with mockery, but with faint curiosity. She's learned something too. About humans. About herself. The storm of the 8 gates fades into silence. One life ends, another awakens. And far above, the Emperor's laughter echoes faintly through the dying light, each chuckle more hollow than the last. Because somewhere deep inside Ludora's fading soul, the god he pretends to be is slipping away, piece by piece, into the void of Michael, Lord of Justice. the prophecy inches closer, and Damrada's final duty still waits to be fulfilled. The truth behind the Emperor is coming, and when it does, the Empire itself may not survive the revelation.